Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brett Keane, and we're going to, Mr. Gorilla is going to ask me about the bulletins that are in the description of Happy Cabby's videos about accusations and allegations that have been made directed at me. In Happy Cabby's video, he said on every bulletin that none of these things are disputed or argued against. He said that everyone believes us. And I don't think that everyone does believe it. I think a handful of trolls have milked the shit out of this. And I want Inventorgorilla to basically grill me and question me about this because he's an unbiased person. He's a believer in Christ. And he's not going to play games. People can't say that he's a liar or trying to play a game. Go ahead, Inventor.
All right. Well, the first bullet point here in the description on Happy Cabby's channel called Facepalm Responds. And the first one is, your new best friend is a man who has had the cops called on him at least 4 times for domestic violence.
I've done 2 videos about this a couple years ago, one with my wife as well as one by myself, where I explained why this particular thing is in the public records. If anybody watches the 2 clips, the unedited clips, and there are some versions out there that have not been edited, you can see that there's nowhere where my wife or myself ever say that any kind of domestic abuse happened. The story is already explained. You can see that all for yourself, so that doesn't have to be completely repeated. I've been married for 16 to 17 years to my wife. I have 2 beautiful children, and we have a very happy life, a very healthy relationship, and I am completely against the idea of domestic abuse and domestic violence. I don't think that that should be done in any homes. Go ahead.
Okay. The second question is states, your new best friend has stolen dozens of videos and claimed them as his own, along with several essays and song lyrics on other sites. Brett has even been caught claiming poems written by teenagers as song lyrics for his brother to sing.
Okay, you're familiar with something called cover tunes, right, Gorilla, being that you're a musician?
Yeah.
Now, I've done covers with my brother, such as songs like Metallica, Enter the Sandman, Megadeth, Symphony of Destruction. I've done songs like Iron Man by Ozzy Osbourne whenever he was in the band Black Sabbath, and I've also done some other bands. There's no way anybody can listen to these songs and sit there and think for a minute that I'm claiming to have written songs like Iron Man or anything like that. That's what musicians do. Bands sing cover tunes sometimes in order to get some attention whenever they go out clubbing or whether they're playing in a garage or at a party or something. Bands sometimes play their originals and then they do popular covers like Crazy Train, Ozzy Osbourne. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's a poem thing out there a while back. I used to talk about writings and literature. I talk about science and religion in my videos. I used to do a lot of news articles all the time, discuss it, and I also used to discuss poems that meant a lot to me, that I cared about, that actually touched me. There was a poem a while back about a young woman who had lost her mother, who was called Judy Burnett. And the poem touched me because my own mother committed suicide a while back. She was a Christian woman. I loved her with all of my heart. And the poem, basically, it made me weep. It made me sad. And I felt like there was a connection. I don't know how many of you read poetry and feel connection sometimes when you read literature. The person that took my video where I was doing it, they removed a lot of the information out of it as to where I actually gave credit. And the person Adobe photoshopped the side of the screen and stuff where they made it appear as though there was no credit given to it. But it's a very popular poem anyway. Anybody with any sense or any love for art or poetry would have known that it was by Judy Burnett. Go ahead.
Okay. Your new best friend claimed in a video that got him banned from YouTube that one of his critics was threatening his family and posted a name, address, phone number, and email of the person in question. In essence, Brett was saying, this is a bad person, have at him, to the internet.
There was a organization out there called Atheist FM. It was ran by an atheist that I used to talk to on Yahoo Chat. He made a website, and he went to my Yahoo pictures. Yahoo used to have a thing where you could post pictures, kind of like the way Facebook has, and he had tons and tons of pictures of my kids and my wife on it, and he was doing like nasty ass shit, putting filthy ass stuff into the pictures. And I did a who is search, and what that means is that when you do a who is search on an internet URL or IP, it gives you the name of the business that the web hosting company is going through. Are you familiar with that, Mr.
Yeah.
Gorilla? Well, basically, I had contacted the company, asked them to remove the photos, and they were not willing to do that. So I told my YouTube audience about how I was being cyber stalked. I was being attacked, and these pictures of my family was on the web page. The trolls, however, flagged me and claimed that I was giving death threats. But if anybody looks at the original video out there, they will see that I was talking about a business. There was no death threat. I simply said that I could get them for libel, slander, and everything else under the book that comes with people doing that kind of shit on the internet. I think a lot of YouTubers have went through this kind of bullshit where people troll them and just do horrific things and try to get into people's personal lives beyond the internet. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next question?
The next question is, your new best friend once convinced the word is retarded. I don't like that word. We'll use a handicapped Christian that he owned all of Brett's copyrights and sent him out on a massive DMCA spree.
The user was named Firefly 515 or something like that, or Firefly. I don't remember the number that he had in his name. It's been a long time since I talked to him. Firefly was a very intelligent Christian YouTuber. He was not mentally retarded. He was not mentally unstable. He didn't have any kind of psychological problems. In fact, a lot of non-believers at the time actually liked him and respected him because he was very open and liberal in his Christian views. He was a very kind person, and it offended him and pissed him off to see what people were doing to me as well as his other Christian friends and atheist friends. He actually, if you look at the clips, there are videos out there with him talking, and I will end up putting a copy on my site for everybody to see. But he actually came to me and said, Brett, I'm tired of the bullshit that's going on to my Christian friends as well as my atheist friends. And he basically told me, because I didn't understand what I could do about it. I was new at the whole YouTube experience. He said that I would be able to fill out reports, I would be able to file things on abuse, and he said that if I gave him co-ownership of my videos, and I know a lot of people are going to laugh at that, why give a Christian co-ownership? But he was my friend, and I trusted him, and I still think to this day that he did the right thing. We both, I admit that I reported abusive videos, and he reported abusive videos. We didn't just randomly go around and fuck people over. We went after videos where people were terrorizing the shit out of people. And there's still videos like that today done towards many different YouTubers, and it's horrible. It should be against the law. Something should be done about it. That's how I feel. Go ahead.
Okay, the next question is, your new best friend, who always cries about how important family is to him, may have been involved in a breakup of a marriage and another family. That includes encouraging the possible cyber stalking of said family by your new best friend's little buddy.
The user that this person is speaking of is a user called Atheist Gal, who had this compulsive personality where she had to make a video every 5 minutes attacking me over and over. If anybody remembers my last YouTube channel, you'll realize that I never made one single damn video to her on my YouTube channel. I tried to ignore her, I tried to stay away from her, but she kept making video after video after video. Finally, she ended up making a final type of pawnage video where she said, oh goodness, it's because of Brett Keane that my husband left me. I don't know her husband. I don't know her. All I know is that there was a woman out there who was making tons and tons of videos calling me every name in the fucking book. And that's what happened. And for her to accuse me of, this is a person that is living in a completely different state, lives completely away from me, that I don't know. I knew her about as much as I know Gorilla in real life, sitting there making every accusation possible. And then she actually accused me of why her family broke up. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. But I had nothing to do with what happened in her relationship. I'm sorry that anybody has relationship issues, but I am not going to accept responsibility for the bad decisions she made. Go ahead.
Sure. Okay, the last question. Finally, your new best friend once posted a video of him laughing hysterically while his idiot brother and a mutual friend suggested I kill myself in a variety of ways. He did this because I publicly refused to go to his censor-happy stickcam chat.
This particular user, the one who made the bulletin, is named Terra Rising. If you were to go to his channel right now, you'd see one single video up on his channel. The only public video is a video game thing. But the guy was making video after video after video to me, and Happy Cabby, since you say that you were friends with the guy for like 2 or 3 years, then you would know that the guy made video after video towards me. The thing with Terra Rising is, say the question one more time so people understand what's going on here, please.
Basically accusing you of posting a video.
Okay, yes, about the brother thing. My brother and a friend of mine, I'm not going to mention the friend's name because my friend has a lot of anxiety, doesn't like to be messed with on the internet, so I'm not going to give his name. But what happened is that my brother was extremely pissed off about the guy continuously going after me over and over and over, saying shit about my wife, saying shit about my kids over and over. It kept happening. And Happy, if you actually are friends with him and you watched his videos and kept a close eye, then you would have seen this happen for yourself. The guy was relentless. What happened is that my brother and I and this guy that I'm talking about, we made a video. And we were joking. We were basically doing kind of a silly pawnage video back and forth. And my brother, towards the end of the video, he said something to the effect of, the guy's a waste of skin and he wouldn't give a shit if somebody threw him over the fucking bridge or something. I put that video up on the internet for about 2 minutes and I realized that it could come off and people might get the impression that it was nasty. I agree that my brother was extremely aggravated. We were all annoyed. But I do not at all encourage people to destroy themselves or have any harm towards them. I'm against the concept of violence. So I accept that as a mistake on my part for even putting a video like that out there. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I guess that's all the questions that are listed in the description of the video that Happy Cabby did.
All right, I appreciate you doing this. I'll put the video up and you have permission to post it. Happy Cabby has the permission to post this video if he likes. J-Dub has the permission. If anybody else takes the video, you do not have authority or permission to take the video and edit it and chop it up. If people want to mirror it, you can mirror it, but you cannot cut it up. You have to keep it as its original file. The video will also be up on my website as contained as the original. Peace out.